obviously it's going to be tough. Without JB, we know how good of a team they are. We know, everybody knows the guys that they have over there. But excited to get this opportunity, be in the playoffs. It's my 4th year in a row. I don't take that for granted. I'm just myself and everybody else. We're excited. It's the playoffs, so just get ready for the next game.
Leonardo Torres.
I feel like Tristan Thompson is a unique type of matchup in terms of just offensive glass type of cleaning in the paint. Does that lead you to maybe lean towards playing DJ in those types of physical matchups down there?
It's possible. He is a priority. His offensive rebounding is elite. So is Williams. So it is a key for us to limit their offensive rebounds.
They know each other well. They play hard. Obviously, Tatum is one of those guys that can go win you a game kind of on its own. So you have to give him attention, Kemba attention. And they have guys that are very capable of picking up the slack after that. Fournier and Marcus Smart, those guys are playing well. Neesmith and keeping Tristan Thompson and Robert Williams off the boards and controlling their output. So they're a team that I think is talented, top to bottom. Even without Jalen, they're very talented and they deserve all of our respect and attention.
Tatum has shown in the last few years, but particularly the last few weeks, that he's capable of getting 50, 60 points. So the task is there for us to defend as a team, to be very diligent with our game plan, and to be physical, and to hopefully play with a lot of intelligence and feel, but make up for that by playing really hard and spirited basketball. So he's going to be a handful, and we're going to have to be locked in to try to slow him down.
Evan Fournier, who's showed in Orlando that he can score the basketball at a high clip. And just because Jaylen Brown's out, we don't take this team light at all. They're very well coached, and they got Kemba and JT who can get going. So we got to be prepared. We got to pay attention to the details, lock in on both ends of the ball, which we will. And we don't take this team light at all. We got a tough one on our hands.
Kind of our professional journey. A lot of us have taken alternative pathways to where we are now, to end up here in May 2021. The world kind of going through what it's going through, but we made a decision 2 years ago to stick with it and build something here. No one really saw the vision probably that we had. We probably won't get the credit until 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line. It's just the way history goes. But, what the intent here was, we didn't want to feel the same effects of being out in organizations or being out with different guys throughout this league that, we felt like we couldn't build something outside of the game with. It's just important to have that synergy. And, a lot of situations and circumstances that we were in, we were trying to be ourselves, but the environment just didn't stick, just didn't fit. And when we came together, we just wanted to be happy.
He is a super special player with a really good heart. And, certainly, I don't have anything negative to say at all. He's a guy that, puts you on your heels when you're playing against him. Certainly is impacted winning in so many ways everywhere he's been. In a lot of similar situations, we've been thought of in, I guess, an underdog role or whatever you want to say back in our days at Butler, but we never thought of ourselves that way when we are in our locker room talking to each other, which is exactly the way we are here.
I always envisioned, when I took pictures with those guys that, one day I would, be in their shoes. And it's just, it's cool. Obviously, I know him pretty well, and I've, getting a chance to compete against him. Just knowing that, he was a guy that I really, really looked up to, when I was in middle school and high school. So, like you said, it's cool to see those things, kind of come around full circle.
Brian Mahoney.
We know the odds are against us. We know we're up against. This isn't our first time being up against a Goliath of this matter and being the underdog. So we just got to come out there and play. All the cards on the table, no holding back. At this point, we have nothing to lose, so go out there and just have fun and do it.
Especially against a team where you probably have to switch. What conversations and film work have you been doing to try to get on the same page better?
I can't really go into details, sorry, but we went through all of the situations where there's switching involved, where there are players that are alike in size and the rotations. And, we just talked about it, watched it, talked about it again, and everything is clear. So now everything was clear. It's just sometimes players, with the action and the intensity of the game, sometimes it's not what it's really like out there on the floor. So we just have to make it easy on ourselves and just communicate, because that's really where bad switchings come from. It's the communication. So we have to talk with each other. So we'll be all right.